You're going to have to squish.
I know, well. Well, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? We're glad to be here with you guys this evening. This is going to be so amazing with our discussion this evening. And last week was phenomenal. We want to thank all of you guys who gave us questions and we were able to answer questions. We were actually on for 55 minutes last week answering your questions last week, and it was phenomenal. Well, my name is Andrew, and this is my wife, Rhonda, and we are
30 Till Forever.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you a little premise on 30 Till Forever. A couple of years ago, my wife and I, we actually renewed our wedding vows, and a super, my wife, she called her sister baby, came up with the concept of 30 Till Forever, with how because we share our lives with so many other married couples that evidently people look up to us and how we in our approach to marriage. So with that being said, we renewed our vows.
Our 30-year anniversary.
Yeah.
We renewed our vows. And we actually had a real wedding this time. I wasn't delivering a baby the next day.
I know, right? But here's the kicker. My best friend, who was a pastor, he renewed our vows, and he said that he asked everyone who has been influenced by our marriage to stand up. And the entire church stood up.
Did it?
And my wife and I, well, she said did. She evidently she wasn't looking. But I looked, and I was blown away because so many people testified to the fact that we, from one factor or another, we have influenced their relationships with their spouses, and it made me really feel good that there was something that we were deemed to be able to do right to make an impact on someone else's life. So that really made me feel good. So, you got anything you want to add right there, love?
Nope.
Before we get started?
Nope.
Why not? Add something.
What do you want me to add?
I have no earthly idea. Because once you get started, you are a chatterbox.
You don't want me to get started now.
No, it's our discussion. This is a conversation that we
ask me a question, I might can add something, but without you asking me a question, I have nothing to say. Sorry.
Really?
Nope.
The reason why I was saying I was trying to get this typed in and get it shared. And it's hard for me to type and talk at the same time. But our topic tonight is chit chat cheating. And I pray that some of you on here tonight, you guys are not chit chat cheaters. I mean, some people. One of the questions, and I think this was in one of our questions that we had last week. When it was Ask Us Anything, do we have friends of the opposite sex? And I know somebody that came on said they had a best friend that was of the opposite sex, and they said their spouse was
okay with it.
And that's perfectly fine.
That's cool.
But I want for me and my wife, we don't play that game.
I mean, I have friends that he can be friends with, but not on that personal level as to where they're going out to have lunch or dinner or carrying on phone conversations.
Not even DMing. No, we don't
or
play that.
Text messaging. I mean, yeah, he texts her for her birthday. He texts almost all my friends for their birthday.
No, I don't.
Oh, you just text her?
Yeah.
Why you just text her for her birthday and not nobody else?
No, it's just something that she started she texted me on my birthday long time ago. And so I just returned the favor after that. Seriously.
Chit chat cheating?
No, ain't no chit. It was happy birthday.
Okay, so with that being said, look, I can't see you in either one of these.
I'm trying to type this talk.
Please. With that being said, having friends of the opposite sex, as long as it's okay with both parties, I guess. But I have found that a lot of times those friendships could possibly lead to something more. And the way that it's explained away is, I didn't mean for this to happen, or, and you hear that so many times, that I didn't mean for it to happen. But the thing is, you just have to not put yourself in that situation, because once you find yourself opening up to someone of the opposite sex on a regular basis, either if you're talking to them on the telephone, or if you're talking to them face to face, or even if you're just like Facebook or Instagram friends or whatever, or you have someone that's following you on a regular basis on Facebook or Instagram, and y'all start ending up in each other's DM, carrying on regular conversations and everything,
right.
And then the next thing you know, you find yourself confiding in this person, then you could end up catching feelings.
Yeah. And, you know, we've seen it happen.
Fix this. This is getting on my nerves.
What is?
This.
We've seen it happen. And we don't make room for it.
Now you gonna have to lean this way.
We refuse to make room for it in our marriage, because why add something to your marriage that could possibly ruin it? Like my wife was saying, like Rhonda was saying, you know, we've seen it where, you know, I didn't really mean for this to happen because we caught feelings, and you know, no. You just can't go that route. I have friends that you know I went to high school with who are female, but we don't stay in contact like that out of respect for my marriage, their marriage, whoever marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't. I mean, there's just things that there are lines that you shouldn't.
You should not cross. There's things that
right.
you should not do when it comes to you and your relationship. And you're finding these people that you can confide in and talk to, and they're on. Even if you've never even met them, something will happen. You will have a conversation, and you might be in a bad place at that time. But that's all you gotta do is catch you at that one moment when you're at a what I would say your feelings are raw,
and you're vulnerable,
to be susceptible to all these little nuggets, not nuggets, but these little pieces of I don't know. It's something that attaches itself to your emotions, and then you start getting drawn in. And as a female, we fall in love with that emotional side. So first, if we can have a good conversation, we can talk to you, we can confide in you. That's just something that, you know, we're always looking for. It just makes us feel, I don't know, secure, loved. And we tend to lean in that direction, like, okay, so I can talk to this person. They're listening to me. They really hear what I'm saying.
And meeting my need. I need this.
I need this right now. And the thing is that while the woman is feeling feeling like she's being fulfilled by this conversation that she's having, the guy that's actually doing all the talking and the listening on the other end is I ain't gonna say for sure, you can answer this, but it's probably having that thought that wear down. So I have a friend in this situation right now that she has good conversation with her male friend. They hang out together, they have fun together and everything. And he already told that he has feelings for her. And all he's just waiting for is the right time. And he said he can wait. What do you do in a situation like that?
See, that's why we don't leave room for that.
No.
I can't go to another woman and talk to her about my wife. I have 7 sisters. I don't talk to my sisters about my wife. You know, what happens between my wife and I is between my wife and I. And I don't share that with no other woman. I would not dare give another woman ammunition to do any harm to my marriage.
Absolutely.
Because I've seen it where you know, everybody knows, you know, I do most of the cooking in the house. ooh, I cook for him, I burn for him. You know, that is no. See, I don't. You know, and I learned this from T.D. Jakes and his wife years ago. Years ago, I was watching some of him and his wife. Him and his wife were doing a little interview or something, and she said that when her husband gets up there to preach, she makes sure that his shirt
is crisp.
And his suit jacket, his collars are straight.
Everything.
Nothing is out of place. No lint, no nothing. Because no other woman
is going to stand up there and say that I can do this for your man better than you can. And that's
exactly.
That.
And see, if you chit chat cheat, this is the kind of ammunition you allow the other person to have in your relationship.
Absolutely.
Because they'll step in and they're like, oh, you done told me this and I know they ain't doing this, so why don't I just do this? Let me just show up on his job one day with this lunch and see how much he like it. You know, or let me just pop up over the house real quick and just see what they are doing and interject myself into their relationship. So it happens. That's why, you know, you have to watch the chit chat cheating that we called it this evening.
You have to watch those little things that your so-called friend is doing to make your spouse feel just a little bit more at ease, or feel just a little bit more calm around them, or feel like I can go to this person and talk to this person. Because if this person is of the opposite sex and you are starting to confide all of your needs and your desires and telling them what your wife or your husband is or is not doing, they will take that and they will use it against your spouse.
Yep.
If I tell you that my husband is getting on my nerve because he don't pick up his dirty drawers,
she's not just saying that I pick up
the
drawers.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if I tell you that, and then you come back to me like a week later and you see that I'm angry and you say, well, what do you need me to do for you? I mean, do you want me to talk to him so maybe he'll pick up a little bit more? Or, you know, if you was with me, I would never.
Yeah. And see,
and that might not even be the exact kind of thing that they say, because I don't know how to come on to somebody else other than my husband. But the thing, they'll say what they feel like you need to hear in order to make that move.
To weigh you down.
Yeah.
Like Charles said, it's fuel. Yep.
It is. It's fuel. And you don't want to give the other person any kind of fuel to be able to fight against you.
Exactly.
Or against your marriage, especially if your marriage is where you want to be.
And because look, whether it's your closest friends or somebody on the fringes, if you have a really good marriage, even at times they will marvel at you, at your relationship with your spouse.
Absolutely.
And some will become jealous and they will try to sabotage your marriage.
Absolutely.
And I mean, we done had friends that tried to sabotage ours, so.
No, you done had a friend that tried to sabotage ours. Wait, my friend. No, bro, I'm not taking it. No. But when situations come like that, if you are put in a situation like that, you have to be strong enough to be like, wait a minute now. I thought we were friends. I thought I could confide in you. And then you have to be woman or man enough to be able to step back and be like, okay, you know, this is not going in the way that I feel like it should go, because we're supposed to be friends. That's my husband, or that's my wife, and you trying to get with me behind your friend's back. And they might try something like this. Well, we all friends. They'll never know.
Nah.
They'll never know.
We ain't rolling
like
that.
We already hang together. They won't even suspect the thing.
And see, you know, I done told y'all plenty of times, I'm very cynical. You know, I'm waiting on the day that one of her friends approach me like that.
You can keep on waiting because my friends, no.
I'm just like, I just want to have the opportunity to shut it down. That's what I've been playing this out of my head for so long.
How would you shut it down?
How would I shut that down?
Yeah. They'd be like, You know.
No, they gotta touch me now.
Okay,
Ain't no
but I'm just saying,
well,
ain't nobody
ain't nobody
around you and give you a hug or something, and be like, look, she mean, she fussy, she bossy, she don't want to cook your dinner. You always gotta go to work all these 12 hours a day, and then you gotta come home and cook for her too. I'll cook for you, boo.
And you know what I'm gonna say?
I got you, boo.
I'm fine. My wife takes very good care of me. Thank you very much.
She don't cook.
And I'm fine with that.
She don't clean all the time.
Yes, she do too. My house is clean.
She don't sex you up.
Yes, she do.
I could do it better.
No, you can't. Cause can't nobody do me like my Rhonda do me.
Okay.
I just want to shut it down, you know. Charles had friends try to sabotage mine to only the strong. Yeah, and that is so true. Yeah, because people would try. It's human nature to want what somebody else have.
But the thing is that
and then and try to have a relationship with somebody else's person. Listen, I don't want nobody else's spouse. Whatever. That's your spouse. You keep that problem. I don't want it. But and no, I don't want to have to go. I don't ever. I would never go down that route
again.
Don't want nobody's spouse though.
It wasn't with nobody's spouse, but the simple fact of the matter is that you allowed someone to plant those seeds, listening to them talking that trash in your ear. See, when you seem to think that the grass is greener on the other side, baby, you got to figure out how much watering is going on the other side, because it ain't no greener. All you doing is trading one problem for the next problem.
Yeah.
And the thing that you got to remember too is the way that you get them is more than likely the way that you lose them.
That's right.
So if you are in a relationship, a marriage, a relationship, whatever, and you got somebody over here putting these things and these thoughts in your ear, that person have probably done it somewhere before.
Yep.
I'm not saying that for sure.
And pretty much it's gonna happen again. And just say if because of your chit chat cheating, you stepped away from your spouse to be with that person, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna happen to you too.
You have to think about the conversations that you're having and keep your conversations pure.
And keep them private.
If you're having a conversation with somebody that you're not supposed to be having, you don't have personal conversations about the person that you're with anybody else that might potentially have a love interest in you.
Sometimes you don't know if they have a love interest. It might they low interest might be on the low key. They drop
signs. This is what I always tell people. There is always a sign. There's always something that you can see if you got your eyes open. You have to do more than just listen to the words that is coming out of a person's mouth. You listen to their words. You watch their actions. You watch the way their body moves. And you can always tell there is a sign there that lets you know, I can't talk to you. Because, yeah, you ain't came straight out and said nothing. But you can see it. I don't care who you are or where you are. There are signs. People drop signs all the time. It could be a certain look that you give a person across the room.
But sometimes you won't see these looks.
That's because you ain't paying attention. That's not true. That's okay. If you're not
they can keep it on the low so well till you don't know.
I'm telling you, for every dude that has ever come on to me, before they even approach me in that manner, I can always tell I saw the look. I caught the look. I caught that look a month ago. It might be a subtle look. All you gotta do is catch them doing this one time. And it done already crossed their mind. It done crossed their mind. And if you see a dude looking, if I see a female,
I look at you like that now.
You my husband. You can look at me like that 24 hours a day. I don't care. But if I catch another woman, do you like? And then, oh hey, Pastor Dog.
But I'm just.
I already got my eye on you. You not finna be standing in no corner with my husband talking about something. Pastor, can you please pray for me today? Yes. Right here, I'm right there in the middle. Keep your distance. I'm saying
it's not always that subtle. It's not always that blunt.
That was kind of blunt, but it do be some subtle things. Like, okay,
you won't be able to.
No.
Keep it so
okay. Okay. Just like if a certain way they hold your hand, they touch your hand.
Ain't nobody touching my hand.
You know what? I'm done talking to you because you just like, I'm just gonna shut it down no matter. You might not see every single thing. You talking about something, ain't nobody gonna touch your hand. If they get a hold of your pinky and they
ain't nobody gonna be holding my pinky.
I'm just saying, they don't have to really. You know what?
The way you grab my, I'm like, what you doing?
Ooh, okay. So
that's just me. That's me. Ain't nobody grab if it ain't my granddaughter or you or my two children, my daughters, if they ain't grab my hand, ain't nobody holding my hand.
If you are a female or a male and you want to drop subtle hints to let the person know that you have an interest, you know how to do it. If the other person can't read,
they don't want nobody to know though. That's the thing. People will hide that.
They do. They have a tendency to hide it, but until they slowly get you into that vortex.
It's like a failed attraction or something.
They slowly suck you in. So once. You know what?
What?
Conversation. Okay, so in the times that you call yourself having a subtle conversation with someone, they could be slowly dropping hints. And you might think that, that wasn't nothing.
Oh, just test the waters and see where you're at.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Now that I can see.
It just be those little bitty things. That's just like the guy at the beauty supply store. When I go to the beauty supply store, the first time when he was like, "Okay, beautiful, you have a great day."
Do that again. He did what?
When he handed me my receipt of my money, he would do my hand like, turn this way so I can see. He's giving me my money and he'll do something like, "Beautiful, you have a great day." And the first couple of times I was like, "Oh, he said it to all of the female customers to come in here because." They spending their money in his store. But the more he did, and then he came outside to have a conversation with me one day, and I was just like, oh, he's flirting. But it took me all that time to realize, oh, he's flirting. And then I was just like, okay, so, yeah, let me shut that down. Put my receipt on the counter. But the thing is that when you see stuff like that happening, it just be those little bitty things that you might not catch off the bat, but they'll keep going.
Then until they see how far they can go. They see what kind of reaction they're gonna get from you. Charles says people prefer to being on the sideline anyway. It's less stressful, and that is true. You hear so much today about people being happy being the side dude or the side chick.
Yeah.
Because
just females. Dudes don't mind being a side dude too.
Chicks don't mind being a side chick.
Oh no, they be like, I fall in love with both of y'all.
I mean, because all the side piece is just that, just a piece.
That's horrible.
Without having all the
stress and responsibilities of being in a relationship.
Yep. But see, that's what chit-chat cheating will lead you to.
To being a side piece or having a side piece.
It can both ways.
Listen, the best thing that you can do when you're in a relationship and you want this relationship to last, number one, always be open and honest with your spouse. Talk to each other.
Yep.
No matter what it is. If you're going through something, the person that you go to and talk to is your spouse. If you need some love, and the person that you go to for that is your spouse. If you need your back rub, your feet rub,
no, you ain't got to go that far yet. Say what you said before.
If you need somebody to talk to your spouse.
That's not what you said, man.
If you need some loving, go to your spouse.
Yeah.
If you need some loving, hey, I'm here for you, bro.
I got you.
You make me so sick. But the thing is that you have a mate for a reason. That's your helpmate. That's your playmate. That's your mate. Y'all are there for each other.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
You are there for each other through thick and thin. You don't have to go to nobody else and talk to nobody else about nothing. everything. This is your best friend. This is my best friend. I talk to this man about everything. When he getting on my nerve, he knows.
Playmate.
When he gets on, I don't have to get on the internet or Facebook or Instagram or anything, Twitter or what is it, TikTok or I don't know, any old chat me up thing and have people calling and you know, trying to get in my DM to try to carry on conversation with me. I don't need that because I got everything I need right here. You'll never talk to your spouse about anything you think will disappoint them, especially if they are young and not mature. That's not true. It depends on who you are and how secure you are in your relationship.
Yeah.
And even if you're not secure in your relationship, the thing that you have to remember is that you're together for a reason.
Right.
You plan on spending the rest of your life together, so you should be able to talk to this person. No matter how uncomfortable it is,
you should always be able to talk to them.
Always.
See, because if you don't feel uncomfortable talking to your spouse,
you're going to talk to somebody else about
and that's what we're
something
talking about.
that ain't their business.
Right.
So if you don't feel like your spouse or your relationship is too immature to talk to each other, why you going to take y'all business out there to talk to somebody else?
Yeah.
And all they're going to do is judge you, and they're going to judge your relationship, then they're going to try to figure out a way to slide in there. Y'all just see it. Yeah.
Nope, ain't no friendships outside of this relationship.
There you go.
See, and like I said, that's the stance that we had to take in our marriage. Is that we don't allow room for others to be in to even have the appearance to slide in.
Right. And what you always have to remember is that there's somebody always watching you and your relationships and the moves that you are making. And as long as you have someone that is watching you and your relationships and the moves that you're making, they are watching and waiting for you to slip up and for you to make a mistake so that they can throw it up in your face and be like, girl.
And then they gonna
dude, I told you about that chick.
And he'll be at the one talking, hey, are you okay?
Okay.
Can I cut your grass?
Do you need some help with anything?
Yeah,
baby?
I'll be over there in a minute.
I'm so sorry you going through this.
Yeah, you want to talk? Yeah. And
that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to create a wedge.
Yep, and they're going to slide right on in there. That's why, you know, if God forbid anything to ever happen to my spouse before it happens to me, and if any one of her friends popped up like that, man, I'll be so disappointed.
One of my friends.
Yeah.
Even if I was dead, my friends know better. I love y'all. But you know better.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
You know better. My girls.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about that.
Man, I wouldn't be able to have nobody after you.
Thank you. I love my shirt too. It's a Lorenzo James by L Dove. It is absolutely gorgeous on me.
Right. But guys, listen. Be careful about your chit chat cheating.
Be careful
about how much information you're giving other people.
Think about what you're saying
outside of your marriage.
Absolutely. And
because you're providing fuel or ammunition for them,
that wedge
for them to hold your marriage hostage, because they'll be looking for kinks in the armor. They'll be looking for a way to slide in, especially if on the down low they want what you have. So,
and ain't nobody just gonna come out and just be like, I want what you got. Now there was somebody that was dumb enough to say that, but
most people, that?
Your friend.
Who that?
Your friend.
That same dude.
You know who I'm talking about.
Love.
Don't be saying people names like that. You don't do that. Oh.
That's all right.
But you just have to be careful, because at some point they will get bold enough to be like,
yeah, they'll just slide right on up.
Just don't let yourself get caught up in those kind of conversations. And if you think that you are that person that it could not happen to, it happened to me.
What?
Where somebody was listening to my love junk and they just decided that they wanted to, oh, I can make you feel good.
Who did that?
Boy, it was a relationship that I warned you about. Anyway.
Oh. Oh.
But I did shut it down. It was shut
maybe
down.
Fight somebody.
It was shut down. It didn't go nowhere. But the thing is that when you least expect it, yeah, people sneaky. They slick. And if they want what you got, they...
Jamaica's stupid.
I don't even understand none of that. Oh!
My.
I'm done.
That's your job.
Just pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you, little girl.
Oh goodness.
But
yeah, man. But please don't make room for other people to step in. Because you've given them all the ammunition they need to ruin your marriage or your relationships.
Right.
Because, like I said, you never know who's envious over your relationship. Number one, who you allowed to come into your fold, your friends. They could be looking on the outside, talking, man, I can do better because they told me that she ain't doing this and he ain't doing that, so I know I can take care of this and I know I can take care of that. And then next thing you know, they trying to slide in there real subtle and
just be careful who you share your marital issues with.
Yep.
If you can't talk to each other about it first, you definitely don't need to be talking to nobody else about it. Unless it's a counselor and you're sitting there and you're talking to them together. But other than that, and if you have a single friend, baby,
be careful if you have single friends. We're limited on the single friends that we have in our lives. I mean, they were in a relationship. It might not be now, but I'm just saying.
Oh, I had to talk to, I don't know who that is. But anyway,
yeah.
Just be, again, I can't even reiterate this enough. Just be careful who you talk to. Be careful about that friends that be sliding in your DMs and then that's the only place that y'all can talk to each other. Or like if you have getting text messages and your husband or your wife or your spouse is not allowed to look at your phone or see your text messages. But that's a whole different story because I don't believe in looking at his phone.
But she can if she want to. And I have nothing to hide.
And I trust my husband, so I don't need to look at his phone. And he don't need to look at mine. If you want to look at mine,
nothing to hide. So.
It's not locked, so you can look all you want to.
Right.
But we don't look at each other's phone. We trust each other. And that's the one thing, too, that you have to realize, too, is that your foundation is trust, baby. You got to trust. Ain't no single friends ever here. They all have proven to be,
disrespectful at some point. And that's why we came up with the topic, chit chat cheating.
Chit chat cheating.
Because they will become disrespectful at some point. Yep. So with that being said, we're going to get ready to check out of here, guys. It is 7:35 with 5 minutes over. We really want to try to stay on the 30-minute tip like we supposed to.
We did good this week because last week that was...
Well, ask us anything. We had a lot of questions that were being asked.
And if at any point in time you feel like you want to come on and ask us anything again, just send us some questions and we will definitely answer them.
Yep, we sure do. Because even though, when we go down off there, we still have people sending questions that they don't post them on the show page, but they'll message us a question about something. So please feel free to still ask us questions and we will answer them. It don't have to be on the topic, but we'll do what we got to do to answer your questions or whatever. So,
and with all that being said, we are also now on YouTube. So go to YouTube and follow us at 30 Till Forever. That is the number 30 Till Forever. Like, subscribe, and share.
Right. What she just said.
If you want to catch up on any other subjects that we have done anytime recently, at least 18 and 19 of our last posts are up on YouTube and they are ready for you to watch. So just go head on over there and follow us, like, and share.
All right, guys.
And hit the ding button.
The ding button, the
notification, the bell for notifications.
Yeah, we're out. We'll holler at you guys. My name is Andrew.
And I am Rhonda, and we are 30 Till Forever. Y'all have a good one.
Y'all be good. Bye.